She will persevere. Let's see
Is there
if
like any settings on that, or are there no settings or anything?
No. Okay. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Yay! Okay, cool. They can hear us. All right. So, wow. Something that just happened to me is part of the initiation as a water priestess is losing your voice. You know, like Little Mermaid gets muted, like she loses her voice. When we were just sitting here, we just had to restart this live like 5 times, and it was mute every time. There was no voice every time, and I was just like, whoa. And then he's like, you're muted, and I was like, well, I am the water priestess, I am a mermaid, that's what we do. So basically we wanted to talk about this movement and let you guys in on the processes that we've been going through. So as many of you know, we talk about water, and I was really tuning into it, and I was like, man, this movement, this wake movement is spreading pretty fast, and there's a lot of people reaching out to us and letting us know, like, wow, like I really resonate with everything you got going on, and they want to be a part of it. So I was thinking from a marketing standpoint, like, what is the best marketing for a movement to spread? Because it feels like so much truth in me. Like when I tune into water and the knowledge and the truth behind it, like there's just so many secrets to share about it. And I was tuning into what would the world be like if we were awake to water. Because not only can water be sprayed on your skin at a 6 pH, that pH is the same pH as your skin, and it can heal, you can heal yourself of any ailments on your face. It basically tones out your face. There's also a 2.5 pH water that you can clean with. There's also a water that you can use to emulsify oil to get stains out. Like if you think of the natural products for a second and think about all the chemicals that are out there, water can actually take the place of everything, including killing bacteria. Like 99.9% of bacteria, 2.5 water kills. So that is just the machine part. That is just the different pHs part of the machines that we share with you guys so much. Water can also create electricity. Water can power electricity. So same thing as these Tesla designs. Tesla actually used water in a lot of his stuff, and Chris today was watching one of his videos.
Yep. I was watching his basically between him and Edison, how that history happened. But with the hydroelectricity, he uses water from, what was it, Niagara Falls, and he takes that, and there's like these giant beams that go into the ground and absorb the frequency that's emitted from the pumps of water. So that then he transmutes that into electricity, and this is free energy or free electricity because it's called an AC unit. They want us to think AC is air conditioning. That's actually Tesla's unit he created. And then DC is Edison's unit, which is direct currency or circulation of energy. And so there was just like a whole kind of not a war, but like a battle between them two. And then a movie came out that's coming out in 2 years, or 2 months, October, so a couple months.
Go ahead.
Are they asking questions?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, I'm flowing. Tell them about the water.
So, what do you mean?
So basically, like, tell them about what the water does and what the Tesla does, how you were describing it before.
Oh, well, so the water, conducts electricity, and then that sends electricity signals out. And then basically when you attune certain frequencies of that electricity with alpha state, or like the Schumann resonance, you can actually tap into Earth's energy field. So this whole invention thing was like suppressed. And then, so Edison is what we've been taught in society with like Edison electricity, all these, because Tesla's was far more advanced. So if you understand free energy, and then if you take, if you're talking about the water in your battery, your body's a battery. We run on a certain millivoltage, each cell does, because remember, we're trillions of cells. So you break our body down that way. You're trillions of cells, each cell is a millivolt. That millivolt has a charge of 20 to 25 millivolts, negative 20 to negative 25. Once it gets out of range, that's when less frequency things, that's what we call low frequency foods, low frequency entities, negativity, alcohol, drugs, all these are low frequency things that basically is saying is it's draining your life battery, your life energy in your cells, which are battery and electrically charged. Everything is electrical in the body.
Yeah.
You could like tap into that, and then
everything is water and electricity. So
you're drinking electric water.
Yeah. So
just a different way of looking at things.
Tesla's designs are now coming out. Like, everything that's happening with Trump right now, everything is divine. These people are getting arrested right now because the Earth's frequency is purging. And the thing is that when we all wake up to water, we're going to wake up to its magic in so many ways, because it could actually replace what's hurting our planet, what's actually causing us to go out of equilibrium. It's the one thing that's a universal fixer for everything. It's a replacement for everything. Literally cleaning, chemicals, powering a city, powering a car. There's something called hydrogen-powered cars that actually do exist. There are so many things that water can do, you guys. And so we were like tuning into it, and Chris talks about the electricity all the time, and I talk about the water all the time. And when the two come together, your body is your own frequency. So when your body is its own frequency like that, you have your own current that goes through you. Now, this current goes through you, and it's controlling the plasma in your body. It's basically building who you are. It's your life force. It's that channeling energy from source that flows through you. And when that goes through you, it goes into the electricity in you and the water in you. That you're a conductor of electricity. You have like antennas on your head that actually conduct the electricity, pull that energy in. Now, when you're melanated, yes, African American or black, you have more energy that you absorb in your body. Okay, so just like a blacktop gets really hot with energy, so can skin. So if you have more melanin in your skin, you're basically going to pull in more energy. But here's the thing, for me, I'm pretty much every race, but I don't feel like there's any hierarchy, because I truly believe that we could create the perfect alchemy in our bodies to become a conductor just the same as a physical color, a melanation, if that makes sense. So when this electricity goes in your body, it creates thoughts. It creates those thoughts, and then your emotions are the magnetic part of that, magnetism, pulling what you want to you, creating your reality, solidifying it. Like, you know how Earth is like a magnet in a way, where it pulls everything to it? Well, let's just pretend I'm an extraterrestrial flying around in my UFO, and I'm just light particles. I'm just in another dimension, so I'm not a physical yet. When that UFO comes into this reality, it starts manifesting, it starts solidifying. It starts going through the water cycle, meaning it goes from that gaseous to that plasma to that liquid to that solid. And that's why a lot of UFOs have to swim through or go through water to enter the shore. And that's why, like on Hollywood movies, you'll see them always coming out of the water. So the water goes through ascension. The water vibrationally changes states of matter. So when we're talking about Tesla's knowledge reawakening, it's because we've reawakened that within us. Like, we are all a part of each other. We have the memories within us. What is within is without. So if the electricity is reawakening without, if people are reawakening to water on the outside, then it means that our waters are reawakening on the inside, because everything is water. So going back to that channel that goes through you, what are our emotions electrically? What are our emotions?
Electrically?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're brain signals.
Mm-hmm.
So your brain signals certain part. Well, your body's your subconscious. So anything that's triggered with your body and the brain is considered an emotional connection. Like, neurotransmitters, like a tree branches. The branches on a tree. So when you send off certain emotions, like, it just goes to a certain branch. And then these emotions obviously are through electrical current, and obviously a current is the water current, and that's where it's connected. So it's like emotions are like streams of lightning going across like an ocean, just firing.
It's a current, right?
It's connection. Yeah, it's like neurotransmitters mixed with, I mean, there's so much more to the brain and emotions, but it's just keeping it in a simple way to understand it.
Yeah.
Joe Dispenza, well, he talks about it a lot.
So that connection with the emotions in the body. Okay, so repressed emotions cause these like electrical bundles in your body, that you could call them that. So the water in your body is directed by the current. Okay, that's why water has currents in them. So your current is also a part of your sexual energy. It's your electric energy inside of you. It's like that fire, that kundalini fire, that chi energy, that life force, that prana that flows through you. That is the electricity. And the water is what changes depending on this source of electricity. It's basically the intention that moves it. So the intention, whoa, I'm getting downloads right now. The intention that moves it creates the current. And the current creates an oxidation or an antioxidation. So based on how many repressed emotions you have, your body will use that electricity for either stress or to basically rejuvenate yourself. So when you basically release your semen, you're releasing the electrical pulses that are within you, like Chris likes to call it the Big Bang. Every time you enter a woman, you're creating a Big Bang, right? Like an electric spark that sparks life. It's the electricity with the magnetism, with the water. So, because water is magnetic. So, the reason why water is magnetic is because there's a dipole inside of water, and it kind of like goes in between the two of the molecules, and it just like kind of creates like that. And what happens is that when electrons come in, it breaks that. And it breaks the bond, right? So when you are releasing your semen, you're releasing those electrons, that electricity that is within you. So your whole process in your body, because your body is that conduit, is to become a walking antioxidant, an antioxidation, an electron donor. That means that you are full of this electricity and you are not having it siphoned from you anywhere. What is siphoning your energy? Money. Money could be siphoning your energy. That's what I just posted about. So, if money is cycling your energy, or siphoning it, not cycling it, siphoning it, that's your stress, right? So money is the biggest thing that stresses people out. That's what takes their life force from them. Subconsciously, we think about money and we don't even really realize that. So when we are stressed about money, our current is getting pulled from us to create currency. This is your life force, is creating currency. Banks stop the flow of that currency. The 12-month Gregorian calendar stops the flow of that currency, because our bodies have a biorhythm with the earth. We are attuned to her. And when we are attuned to her, our Schumann resonance is right on point. We go through our biorhythms. There's 13 months in a year, and there's 28 days in a month. That is a natural cycle that we go through. Now, because there's the Gregorian calendar that was made by the Vatican, they created a 12-month and all these other numbers that basically mess with our life force. It's creating an artificial experience for us instead of a natural experience. Because if we were attuned, things would literally, our currency, our life force is our currency. Nothing would be distorted. Our manifestation abilities would be, we are pure currency, right? So think of your life force as your currency. Now, why did they create electricity? To power things, right? Just like our electricity in us powers us. Why we have to talk about emotion so much is because emotions can actually cause those electrical shortages, those dams in the river, in the flow of it. So within this state, we wake up to water. The electricity in us starts to get pulled back. We start learning how to take back our power, because part of embodying this whole water theory is actually doing the work. Do that work, you know what I mean? Like, do the shadow work, honor yourself, change your attitude, change your scarcity, change your abundance, do the work, create something. Your life force is flowing through you to manifest your reality. Build that empire that you have been waiting to build. This is your life force that wants to be used for what it is here to do. Your purpose, your mission. You are a warrior. That life flows through you. That energy flows through you, and it's yours. You're a sovereign being. You just have to learn how to take it back from things. You want to flow in?
You're good.
Okay. So, learning to take back your energy, learning to take back your power, tuning into the water in your body, knowing, hey, am I giving my power away to that? Am I projecting any currency outside of myself? Am I giving away my currency right now? Your attention, your focused and intentional focus is your currency. When you go to somebody's seminar, you're giving them your intentional focus. This is how sports basically siphons your energy, because sports will literally like take your focus. Remember, even shows, anything you're watching, and even this right now. So as we tune into the portal, this is why we create portals with each other. You're opening up a portal for me to channel this flow through, and you're creating that biofeedback. This is what we call holding the frequency. Those of us who actually know how to do that can create a portal and flow with each other, and all of a sudden, that's our currency. We create flow between each other, our words, our vibrations, our song, our sound. So as we wake up to this, and as we wake up to water, we wake up to ascension on a physical level. We're going to be able to describe ascension on a physical level by describing water, because your body is the water cycle. Your body is basically going through different states. That's why they say in ascension we're crystallizing, because we're crystallizing. When our waters crystallize, you become lighter. You're becoming less dense. And this isn't based on the law of gravity. Like, this is more based on frequency and vibration, because we're living in dimensions. This is a dense dimension. When you start to crystallize, you start going to the higher dimensions. So honoring that in your body and knowing that it's the waters that go through that process, and it has everything to do with your emotions and everything to do with the life force that flows through you, you start to learn how the water moves, how to be like water, like Bruce Lee says. So whenever somebody tunes into that, whenever somebody can tune into that, you are reconnecting to where we came from. We are from the cosmic ocean. We are literally from the cosmic ocean. We were floating there in, I don't want to say like in a dense dimension, but we were there, and we were light, and we were love, and we floated until we entered the portal, which is a wormhole into this reality, and this is this physical reality. And that's more of like a kind of like a solidifying of everything, because that is a dimension. So the cool part about all of this is that as we entered this realm, we went through the water cycles. We went through the hydrogen, plasma, liquid, solid. And as we solidified all the way down, we went into our mother's waters, and we were not oxidizing yet. So what oxidation is, what aging is losing the electrons in your body. You're losing your life force in your body. It's all electricity. If you gain your life force back, if you gain your electricity back in your body, you will become a walking antioxidant and you will be an electron donor. What happens when you're an electron donor? You basically, you break hydrogen bonds in other people's DNA. You're breaking karmic bonds, being who you are, a walking electron donor that breaks the bonds of karma. How did you do it? You broke the bonds within yourself. You ionized yourself. You went into the water. You felt the water alchemy. I'm gonna take off my seatbelt. Free energy. Noticing when your energy is contained like that. Learn about oxidation. Learn about it. Have a foundation because it's about to change. It's more about going to come to truth. People and doctors and scientists will be waking up to this. And basically, when people wake up to the power of being an ionizer, we can walk around and just our frequency alone offers that electron and breaks the karma. But what is that actually breaking us? We're going from the biosphere to the noosphere. We're moving from a separation density to oneness, collective consciousness. It's called the noosphere. And this noosphere is around the entire earth. We're building it right now. We're building the rainbow bridge. We're basically activating our chakra systems, creating the rainbow body around ourselves, and our auras are expanding. And because our auras are made out of plasma, we're basically getting to a point where we're literally creating water of plasma. Because water, when I talk about water, I don't want you guys to think of it as like just a liquid state. Think of it in all different states. So when water is plasma, that's what your aura is made out of. And when you activate your DNA, your aura expands, your plasma expands. So it's literally a worldwide wake. A worldwide wake of water, a form of water. So when you're doing that to yourself, you're going to experience the tipping point, which has already gone. Like last week during the earthquake, I felt it. The tipping point is here. Those of us who have activated ourselves to a certain place are holding the frequency. We're the conduit, so we're holding it. We're like sitting here like holding it without trying anymore. Because, oh my gosh, this is such a good download. Okay. In the ocean, we have a master switch, a mammalian master switch in our body, where once we free dive to a certain place, to a certain depth, this master switch turns on in our body and it starts just pulling us down. The ocean does. We don't have to swim down anymore. It just starts pulling us. We are literally traveling back to the cosmic ocean. It acts just like that, where we have to build up and build up, swim up, swim up, swim up, swim up, swim up, get to the point of the tipping point, and then we just get there and relax. We just stay here. We just be here. And then it starts pulling itself up. So the water, why did the Bible say you split the waters from above and the waters from below? Because they're both water. We live in a bubble. So if the ocean pulls down like that, just for like the physical understanding, the ocean pulls up like that. And we've reached the tipping point where most of us are magnetically there holding that conduit, and now we're just chilling here. Our kundalinis have risen. Our bodies have activated. We are alive. We are moving. And we're just holding it everywhere we go, holding the frequency. It's kind of cool if you think about that. So the secret to immortality. I say immortality because immortal. immortal. We're going back to water beings. This is why the Vatican, the Venetians who created the water system, the currency system, they knew the secrets of water. Why? Because they worshipped a god named Dagon, and it was a water god. It was a mermaid. They knew the secrets of water, you guys. The elites know the secrets of water. This is what they don't want us to wake up to, because water is everything. It's everything, and it ties into everything. It's the relationship between everything. We tend to think compartmentalized. We tend to think from one thing to the other, from one object to the other. But what about the relationship in between the two? What about the sex, the creation, the movement? That is water. So what else do they know about water? They know that it programs. Yeah, dragon, serpent wisdom. This is for sure serpent wisdom. That wisdom is what Dagon, that god, had. That serpent wisdom is what the Nomos were. That dragon inside of you, yeah, this comes from that. This is what's flowing through me right now.
Ohio. Serpent Mound.
And we went to the Serpent Mound in Ohio. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so cool. I feel like I'm living a movie. Isn't this so cool? It is so cool. Like, we are freaking activated. And it's so cool because everybody can be activated like this.
Yeah, it's a matter of connecting dots.
Exactly.
Just being aware. But, I mean, the thing is, like, even with these things, like, there's proven things that these are out happening.
Yeah.
Like, when you connect the dots. We're not.
Yeah.
Some people think, at least for me, like, oh, you're making this stuff up. I'm like, I meditate with it, then I look it up, and then I connect the dots, then I come to a conclusion that it is all.
Yeah.
It's...
Well, for me, it's like I'm just walking in my portal, and then I get a download, and I'm like, I have no idea what that means. And then I connect it to another dot, and then all of a sudden, because I made sex in my life, I had sex with myself energetically, it births evidence. And it's usually the scientific evidence that we find that is like pretty concrete already out there. We just had to connect the dots. So it's really cool because everybody can learn this and tap into their own inner knowing. Like, you guys don't even have to believe half of the things that I say. Is that your waters within you hold your own wealth, infinite knowledge, whatever that might be. Like, I don't know the lives that you lived. I don't know the memories that you have. Only you know them. And you're the only person who can actually carry that into our reality. You're the only person that can deliver it through your sound of the siren. Because you have a specific song. You're a mermaid. You're a merman. You are a water being. You're going back to the waters. We are floating in our waters right now. How deep are you? I'd say I'm pretty deep. I have not reached the ocean floor because it's infinite. Go deeper with water. Wake up to its secrets. Explore it. Open up to her. She wants to come in and flow through and connect dots with you. She wants to play. She wants to make love. I know, we should totally do live streams more. I'm just like...
We have a tendency to go deeper in, like, Netflix shows.
What?
We have a tendency... I'm just relating...
What?
We have, like, a tendency to go deeper in Netflix shows than learning about water. Something that we are.
Deeper than Netflix shows?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's funny. But as far as a lot of these things, you can remember them, too. That's the thing. When you meditate and you clear your body, clear your mind, your energy body, your emotional body, stuff that I didn't even know existed. Mm-hmm. And then you can meditate, and then you just remember, like, this makes sense. And it's like, then you connect dots, because then it taps into, like, a memory in your subconscious mind. It ties it in together, and then another dot connected.
Yeah. So. And your subconscious mind is your body. Your body is your subconscious mind. So what wants to flow through the monatomic state. In alchemy, all alchemists want to turn lead into gold, right? Well, gold is the colors that all the rainbows come together. Gold is the final color when all the rainbows come together. What is your gold? The monatomic state. Why is there a leprechaun at the end of the rainbow? Because he's keeping you from getting your currency, because a leprechaun is a bank. It's a merchant. It's a banker. So when you activate your rainbow body like this, when you activate that and expand your aura, you're going to activate your monatomic state. You're going to break past the bank. You activate your rainbow body. So, can you hold the portal? Hold the portal. Hold the portal.
Go.
I told him to get off his phone.
Go.
So something I like to ask is for like full attention. Whoever I'm with is going to be holding a frequency. So if you get on your phone, like while I'm with you, it like breaks the portal. Because here's the thing that I realized too about phones is that you're stronger than a phone. You're a conduit. You're a conductor. You're stronger than a phone. So when we open up portals like this, like we can hold that frequency. Like I'm holding my phone right now, but I'm able to hold the portal because I'm stronger than it. Now, those of us haven't realized that. It's because our energies, our bodies are being siphoned, right? The life force through us. So what do? How do we get it back? You're basically going to be pulling it back into you. And as you pull that back into you, you're going to go through different densities of hydrogens. If you guys want to learn more about this, look up Gurdjieff's hydrogen. Somebody just sent it to me a few weeks ago, and it connects a lot of dots. So when you go through bodily changes, changing your environment, doing the inner work, get the Gene Keys book. It really helps to just speed up the process because it's like activating your DNA. So basically, when you start to do that to yourself and you start to become that conductor, you can bend reality, you can move it, you're a water bender, right? So what you can control is the programming of water. You can control the programming of water within you because water holds memory, and that's what computers are made out of. So I feel like the energy wants me to close it up now. But thank you guys for listening to the portal. This is just like the tipping point of this water movement, and you guys know I'm so passionate about it. If you guys feel this in your body, if you guys resonate with this, reach out to me. Join me. I'm not the only person speaking for water. It's gonna flow through. We have to get this message out. And you might be a chosen one. You might be one of them that wants to spread this message too. And what's cool is that sending out this signal, I know that the universe works for me. I'm moving water right now. I'm bending it. I'm calling forth, creating a prayer, creating a spell to put out into our reality to say, I am receiving this, a conductor, a siren, speaking my sound to see if it resonates with you. And that's the cool thing, is not everybody is like this. Not everybody wants to spread this knowledge, or maybe they don't even believe what I do. I don't really care. This is truth, and truth always prevails. And when I stepped into it and I decided to feel my purpose, nothing is in my way. It is unfolding divinely. I have nothing to worry about as long as I'm holding the frequency, doing the inner work, taking care of my vessel, drinking all my water, connecting to my water, and pulling in, creating the momentum, taking the steps in my business, in my financial life, freeing my energy of any stress, not running from any scarcity, facing all of those things. It's all going to unfold. I'm creating the alchemy. I'm a doula right now. Like, I'm a birth with others that are also holding the frequency. And there's going to come a tipping point. And if you guys feel this is real, send us that love. Send the water portal that love. You own your energy. This is like the secret of secrets that is going to be known. And it has everything to do with your sexuality, with money, with life, with powering the world. So thank you guys. I appreciate you all so much. I really do. I appreciate you and I love you guys. I hope you guys can feel that love. Want to say bye?
Love.
Love you. I wish you water.